All right, good morning everyone and happy Saturday. Hope everyone is having a good start to their afternoon. I know some people have big plans to go out to the rodeo and everyone's wondering if it's going to be very rainy outside. I mean, you can take a look right now. We're just looking at some cloud coverage, so that's the good news. We're just going to be looking at some pretty cloudy skies. And there was some drizzle out there this morning. There was a thunderstorm earlier this morning, but that has since moved away. And for the most part, we should just see cloudy conditions today. We could see a stray storm pop up, but it should stay to the north of San Antonio. And so that's the good news. And we're just going to talk a little bit more in depth about that and what we can expect next week, and as also what we can look at for our next chance of rain. But until then, we aren't looking at too much in the way of fog, so that's the good news. Only 7 miles out visibility, so really not too bad. Right now we're at 69 degrees, so pretty warm out there, and it's at 70 degrees already at Stinson. Again, looking at cloudy conditions and just a light wind coming out of the south at 8 miles per hour. Now it's also very humid out there. We have a dew point at 65, so we're just going to be staying with these humid conditions at least until that next cold front starts to move in, and that'll give us that reinforcement of some drier air. Now here's what we had earlier this morning. You can see that there was some pretty heavy rainfall as well as thunder and lightning. You can see we have some of those lightning bolts associated with it earlier this morning around 8 a.m. and that has since moved off. But there also was some small, about quarter-size hail that was associated with this system. And like I said, that has already moved off for us here in San Antonio and in Bexar County. We really didn't see too much, just that far northwestern side of northwestern side of Bexar County. So that was more the Fair Oaks Ranch, and also the Bernie area received some of those heavy downpours. But it moved very quickly, and so here's where we have as far as our current temperatures. San Antonio, we're at 69. Floresville already at 70. So 70 is already developing out to the southeast. And we're still a little bit cooler out in Bernie, 63 degrees. Kerrville at 62. Fredericksburg and Rock Springs are still in the 50s, in the upper 50s right now. But that is going to quickly warm up throughout the day. And let's take a look at our hourly forecast. So you can see we're just looking at some gloomy skies out there, and it's going to stay pretty cloudy throughout the day. You can see our high temperature, we're going to be at 68 degrees, so you're not going to need your jacket. If you're going out to the rodeo, that's something very welcome. Usually we've seen freezing temperatures at the rodeo in very wet and rainy conditions, but right now we're just looking at the clouds, and it might be a little muddy because we did have some drizzle, but nothing really too bad to really worry about. And the winds should not be an issue as well. So that'll be something very different that I'll talk about tomorrow if you are out at the rodeo. And so we are going to kind of take a look at the next 24 hours, what we can expect. You can see the clouds stick with us, high of 72 degrees. This is going to be at 3 o'clock. And then we have kind of these pop-up showers. You can see one just off to the east. And then this is tonight. So just some light rain you can see out towards San Marcos and Austin. Like I said, you could a small shower or two as we go. I'm going to just push this back in time so you can see kind of this very just thin line of shower activity out near Kerrville and Fredericksburg. So most of this rain that occurs from the associated cold front that we're going to be getting overnight, it's looking like most of that rain should stay north of us. And so for the most part, we're just going to be seeing this cloud coverage overnight tonight. And now I want to kind of zoom out so you can see what the temperatures are looking at everywhere. We have some 20s out near Montana, 25 degrees. We have some 30s as well up near Utah. and some 50s out along California, but you can see that Texas is in this green color. So we're really dealing with this just very humid air. And I mean, take a look. I mean, we're very warm already. 69 degrees in San Antonio. You can see New Orleans at 75. So very warm temperatures associated with this. But we're going to have a change. We're going to have a little bit of a cool down as we go into tomorrow. And here's why, because we have this next system will start to move in. You can see this kind of U shape, and it's going to move over San Antonio on Sunday. So Sunday morning into Monday, we will start to have those temperatures start to cool down in the 60s. Nothing extremely cold where you're going to need a big jacket or sweater or anything like that. Just going to be closer to average for this time of year. And as we put it into motion, as we go into Monday and Tuesday, we're going to have just kind of this straight zonal flow. It means it's going to be very quiet. And so we're not going to have too much activity, lots of sunshine, just very quiet weather conditions. It'll be very nice though. And then Friday, so I'll zoom this back, you can see Friday into Saturday, we have another system that's moving closer to us into Friday. So that means we're going to have some rain. We could also, you know, it'll be just a nice change. It'll also bring our temperatures down a little bit further into the 50s as we go into the weekend. And so what that means throughout the next 7 days is that, you know, with this particular model, it's giving us up to an inch of rainfall. So that would be very welcome. You can see that some spots with this purple color could be closer to 1.5 inches, and then towards the Houston area, up to 3 inches of rain. So this is again the next 7 days, not going to be tomorrow. This is just accumulated over the next week. And you can see here, as we kind of break it down across, you know, across the week, we have our rain chances for today into the overnight hours and then into tomorrow morning. But today, at least in the afternoon, we're just going to see those cloudy skies. And then tonight into tomorrow morning, we have just a slight chance to see some of those showers pop up again overnight. And then Monday into Tuesday is when we have a slight cool down. I mean, take a look on Tuesday. We're going to have temperatures, it could be as low as in the 30s, 38 degrees for Tuesday morning. So pretty chilly conditions to start off your week. But then as we go into the afternoon, it really warms up into the mid 60s. By Wednesday and Thursday, pretty much the same. We're not going to see too much of a change with temperatures. But then Friday, we will have another chance to see some shower activity. So cloudy and showers will come back, unfortunately, as we get closer to the weekend. And I'm going to leave this up just for a moment so everyone can kind of see if they have any plans, what to expect for the next 7 days. But I hope you'll have a great rest of your weekend, a great rest of your Saturday. Have fun if you're at the rodeo. Ryan will be in tonight to be doing the shows and have more details as well with what to expect for the rest of the week. All right, so have a great day, everyone.